All right, now we're gonna roll back. So we get our motorcycle grip. We have our claw ride. All we're looking to do, and again, it can be us initiating or it can be them cutting underneath us. Doesn't matter as long as our legs are not caught. So like just assume that we have not just sat here while they got their legs kind of underneath us in some fashion like this. Like as long as that's not occurring, you should be fine. So as he's going to roll, I'm either going to be already in motion, because we could be in a scenario, let's rewind for a second. We could be in a scenario where I'm already kind of moving around him and he's dumping his hips to the mat. So, and as long as I'm not getting caught up on him, I'm going to still be able to now pursue back takes. But more likely, we're going to, at this point, because we've got such powerful control, we're going to be initiating a roll where we take our, like the motorcycle gripping arm, my left arm, we take our matching leg, our left leg, and we roll over our partner's hips while inserting our other knee, the claw ride side, so my right knee, inserting that into the hip armpit space. This sort of thing is happening, and I'm dragging my top hook across as I go, completing the roll. And because I have the motorcycle grip, if you go to make knee elbow connection, it's difficult to make good knee elbow connection. He can bring his leg in, but I should be able to step on his thigh, versus not having this where he can absolutely make this space disappear. So because I'm underneath both of his arms, I have a ability to gain hooks that I would not otherwise be able to have. So again, I got the motorcycle grip, I got the claw ride, and I'm hopping over. In this case, I've trailed my leg in a slightly different way. Doesn't really matter because I'm so deep into this space, he can't reconnect. Roll him over, pulling his elbow back slightly on this side so that I can gain the second hook. So again, it doesn't matter. He initiates the roll or I initiate the roll. As long as I stay relatively high underneath his elbows and keep that knee elbow space open, as long as I stay committed to the roll and I follow through. So where you'll go wrong is if you just kind of right there and you stop and then you try to hold on real tight, and now there's no meaningful control of his lower body. So I've got some upper body control, but if I just stay put, he will probably free himself of it, and then eventually he'll do something offensive. So the only way you can really fuck this up, other than letting them trap your leg, which there's an answer for that, there isn't an answer for you rolling, stopping and doing nothing while the other person does jujitsu to you. So just make sure that when you or they initiate the roll, you are committed to continuing the roll so that you bring their hips over top of yours. You can start to control them.
And I just want to add a reminder, we've talked about it, I believe, in another one of the videos, but all we are doing is bringing this knee up and having it ready to become a fulcrum so that his hip lands on top of it. I am not trying to throw my leg with flexibility
over
and do
there.
this.
Yeah.
It can absolutely work at times, but what ends up happening within a roll is I potentially just jam my foot here, and now he falls onto my ankle, inverts it, I put pressure onto my knee, and you can see how my hips start to disconnect because I have to force myself to do this, and it's not a very strong position. It's something I was guilty of all the time. Yep. It's actually a lot less work to just crawl on top and just have your knee ready so that then once Rob, your partner, has fallen onto their hip, he just lands on top of it and I'm going to use his base to pivot him and just take it back. Yeah. So try to avoid that inclination to want to just try and throw it like a Gumby leg in. There's times that it can work, but it's...
Yeah, and in the next video, we're actually going to cover specifically how to gain the hooks when somebody's still being a bit of a cunt with their turtle.